I see you. You're seated on the other side of the wall with your arms against your knees and your head hanging low in shame. I see you. You're full of resentment and fear. You're stuck in moments of the past. You're stuck in a prison of your own making, a prison whose walls you built brick by brick, a prison whose metal bars you twisted with your bare hands, whose bolts and hinges you tightened, eventually trapping yourself in. Slow, steady fade, that's how it all started. Tiny, pleasurable steps into the wrong direction, trying to cope through the brokenness and emptiness that lingers deep within. A slow, steady fade, trying to quench your thirst for love and acceptance. Now your life knows no color but the darker shade of black. You look in contempt at the height from whence you've fallen, and you wonder if you'll ever get back on your feet. Yes, time and time again you've wanted to start all over, but you just can't seem to find a way because the burdens on your shoulders have been getting heavier by the day. Addictions have been holding you down. Afflictions have been tearing you down. Depression has been wearing you out, sucking the life out of you with every passing minute. So you've stopped fighting. You've considered defeat. You've even made acquaintances with your jailer, your accuser who comes to see you night and day, killing every ray of hope, stealing your joy, and utterly destroying your relationship with God behind your back. And with every visit, he brings along an extra chain, an extra degree of guilt, leaving you 10 times deeper into the mud. Then, shh, he whispers, keep still. You have the right to remain silent. Everything you do or say will definitely be used against you. Speak only when I speak to you. Keep your hands visible at all times. Keep them in this brand new cast that I got you. Do not attempt to run. You have no rights. Do not attempt to resist. After all, you are just a thing. My thing. You are nothing. You are nothing but a piece of filth. I see you. You've been buying into his lies, and now you're too scared, too ashamed to pray or even seek for help. But what if I told you that the dungeon is not your place? What if I told you that your ransom was paid for in full by a king? A mighty king who did not consider equality with God as something to be grasped, but humbled himself to the point of death, taking the weight of your sin upon his shoulders, nailing it to that old rugged cross, disarming all principalities and powers and rulers and triumphing over them all. I see you. You're completely ignorant of the fact that the word has already accomplished the purpose for which he was sent. It is finished. The Lamb has overcome, and he forever holds the keys of Hades and death in his hands. Now behold, the prison doors are wide open. The stone has been rolled away. The dead are coming back to life. The grave cannot hold you back any longer. Fear cannot paralyze you any longer. The curse of sin cannot rule over you any longer. The yokes of addictions cannot bind you any longer. Your accuser, that old serpent, has been held down. He is eternally defeated. Jesus has broken down those gates of bronze. He has shattered those metal bars like matchsticks. He has melted those iron chains and cast into wax. His light shines in the dark places, and darkness cannot overcome it. His love satisfies the deepest longing of your soul. And today the truth sets you free. He stretches his hand to you. He calls you forth out of the dungeon. Walk out, darling, walk out. And yes, I know how difficult it can get, but if you're sick and tired of that place you've been, you make that conscious decision to forgive yourself. You make that conscious decision to follow his voice as he leads you out, not forgetting that it's not by your might, not by your power, but by the Spirit of God. And where he is, there is freedom. I see you standing on the other side of the wall with your arms stretched out wide, raising a sound of praise to your rescuer. I see your face shining in gladness, reflecting the glory of your Savior. I see you safe, hidden in the shadow of the wings of the Almighty. I see you secure, wrapped in the warmth of his embrace. I see you clean, washed and purified by the blood of the Lamb. I see you. and I see you free.